going to talk about Master Wilburn Burchette, Artist Appreciation. And I thought it natural and only right to be sitting down here, lotus position, ready to meditate. I'm not going to meditate, but I am going to show his records. Master Wilburn Burchette, as you can see here. Master Wilburn Burchette, a guitarist of the impro style, as he self-coined it. A musician basically dedicated to transcendental sort of meditation, the occult, and sort of higher levels of consciousness. And this is all done through his instrumental music that he made on 7 different records, which I'm going to show now. Mainly released through his own Burchette Brothers imprint that was started with his brother Kenneth. Burchette was actually quite successful marketing these records to a burgeoning New Age market that was advertised in magazines, record shops, sort of organic stores that were opening up at the time. This is the early to mid 70s. Sort of new levels of thinking, higher levels of consciousness. Coming out of the hippie movement, it seemed like those people that were into that sort of scene were looking for, higher levels of consciousness or higher levels of being or different ways of thinking. It was also at the same time that cults were sort of a thing, and people were just looking for something else, trying to escape sort of what had failed in the late 60s movement. And this is just one of those sort of ideas. So Wilburn Burchette, this is his first album made for the Frankie Lane label, Amos Records, distributed by Bell. This is called The Occult Concert. And on the back it gives you, as most of them do, meditation notes. And this one has the impro key, and there's Burchette playing the guitar that he built himself. He was supposed to try to get together with with a guitar maker to make more of these, to sell them and market them to the same sort of market he was marketing his records to, but it didn't happen. But apparently five different kinds of wood went into this, and it's an instrument that he says that puts the listener in more of a sort of higher level of thinking in order to receive the music. Now, there's not a lot known about Burchette. He is out there, and the Numero Group has reissued his records, most of them, but he won't allow them to sort of disclose much about him. So I'll talk more about that later. But this is the first record. It was going to be, he could have had this released on Columbia, but he signed a deal with Jimmy Bowen and Frankie Lane to release it on Amos. And this is from, I believe it is 1969. I guess that was a 1-album deal and it didn't really do much. And so he found that he could, along with his brother, start up their own publishing company, their own record label, and start selling directly to, again, this new way of thinking, this sort of burgeoning New Age movement that was getting started at the time. He was definitely at the forefront of that movement. And you can see it here. This is the record we're listening to. The first record released privately on one-off label. The rest of them would be Burchette Brothers. This one's on the Ebos label out of Decorah, Iowa. Only one record on this. I don't think this was his label, but this is a special one. I mean, what's so special about these Burchette records? With not only the music, but the artwork. And this is Transcendental. Wilburn Burchette opens the 7 gates of transcendental consciousness. This is an original pressing. The only pressing. They have not reissued this one. But there he is again. There's very little pictures of him, by the way, playing that impro guitar. And this one is mainly him on the guitar. It's always him. No other musicians that at least none are credited on these records. It's always Burchette. This one comes with a booklet. Now, some of them do come with inserts and sort of listening notes or meditation notes. And this one is definitely a cool, a truly special inclusion. It has the artwork of Karen Caraway. And there's Burchette again. And this starts with a preparation for an expertise into transcendental consciousness. A whole essay by Burchette. But then you have little poems written with Caraway's art. This one I was so happy to get for really cheap years ago. I mean, way cheaper than it goes for, so. And to have the booklet turn up as a surprise. It was not listed, it was going to show. So, pretty damn cool. This is my favorite. And there he is, like, with the sort of different ways of, you know, I guess you might call them sort of different spirits. So that's what we're listening to. Opens the Seven Gates of Transcendental Consciousness, 1972 for Ebos. Yeah, there's a whole story about here on listeners who wish to raise their vibration and elevate their present level of awareness can find no better aid to the realization of both goals than this album. Burchette's music, combined with Karen Caraway's magnificent artwork, offers the sincere seeker a guidepost to be admired by both the creative artist and the spiritual adept. And there's more about this recording. I've tried to look up and find more some of the advertisements. I haven't been able to find them. But again, this stuff was marketed to sort of a private market, really. But these reportedly do very well. Jim Crockett sort of does a whole thing here. The managing editor of Guitar Player magazine, talking about him on the back here. So that's 1972. In 1973, we would have Guitar Grimoire. This is the most recent, the last record that I got, the one that completed the collection. Sort of a VG copy, but good. And this is has Birth of a Witch on it, which I believe was included on that Light in the Attic compilation, I Am the Center, sort of examining the private press, New Age, scene, if you will. Transcendental vibrations on the impro guitar for meditations, spells, rites, incantations, rituals, and ceremonial magic of the craft. Inspirational music for witches, wizards, mystics, and covens. This is Burchette territory. And there it is, you see the Burchette Brothers. Spring Valley, California, that's where they were based. His brother, as I mentioned, Kenneth, helping him run the company with a label. Life is magic. To deny the existence of magic is to deny the existence of life. To know and understand magic is to know and understand truth. Om Burchette. Now this one, again, I've had this happen a few times. Included a press release or a note really to retailers or to sort of dealers. Here's the original label. This one, Numero Group did reissue, 1973. This one comes with this letter, complete on Burchette Brothers letterhead. We would like to thank you for helping make Wilburn Burchette's Guitar Grimoire such an elevating, overwhelming success. The reception given Guitar Grimoire by the reviewers, dealers, and record-buying public is absolutely fantastic. Very much not sort of in the spirit of the records, but Wilburn is now working on a new album called Songs of the Godhead, which I will show. Psychic music for deep trance meditation. He's utilizing a Moog synthesizer, along with the impro guitar, which opens up a totally new dimension. The musical meditations contained in Sounds of the Godhead are based on the 7 chakras of yoga. Of course, everyone is very excited and elated over this new marvelous album, and we hope to have it out at the first of 74. And then it says, P.S. Would you like to buy our albums locally? Ask your local dealer. to write us, and we'll make him a very generous offer. Thanks. Signed, Kenneth Burchette. So cool to have that. Yes, this is very much yoga music, and a lot of it, as you'll see, we'll start showing that. We'll start actually talking about, how to prepare your body to listen and how to prepare your body to meditate while you listen. But Guitar Grimoire was the last one of pure guitar in 1974. We have psychic meditation music, the first where he's starting to use pure synthesizer with a sort of crude drum machine. Although you can even hear on this one, 72, the transcendental consciousness. It sounds like synthesizer, but it's not credited as such. And I'm going to play some of this now so you can get a sense what he was doing with the synth. Master Wilburn Burchette psychic meditation music. And the artwork is just incredible. So here you have instructions by Master William Burchette. He basically talks about how to prepare your bodies, sort of. If you've ever done yoga or meditating, going through each part of the body and sort of relaxing each part, letting the sort of feeling drift away, sort of getting your body to completely go numb and sort of just flat, where you're not thinking about anything. And to do that, you go through each part of the body and notice it. Let it penetrate your psychic self. Do not listen to the music. Feel it. Feel what you hear, and the universe will say its name. 1974, again, Burchette Brothers production. So, Burchette Brothers label. I'm going to play some of this. So here we have psychic meditation music. Now, this album does not have any of his impro guitar on it. It is indeed all synth, and it's all just 2 tracks, yin and yang. And it's pretty gorgeous. He gets sort of lumped into, maybe not lumped into, but I sort of found him through John Fahey. And so he's part of that thinking, or part of that sort of tradition of music, the American primitive. But he's definitely on a whole nother level of sort of cosmic vibes. And his guitar style was never sort of in that, American primitive, the Fahey tradition. But being that he was sort of a lone solo guitar player and private press, it tends to sort of get there. But so here we have, again, Master Wilburn Burchette's psychic meditation music. This did not include anything. But like I said, I would love to have seen original adverts for some of these that were in some of those kinds of new agey magazines and meditation, yoga centers. I'm sure these records were out there. So here's the one that was mentioned in that letter. Music of the Godhead. 1975. This was the one included in the Psychedelic 100. There's a beautiful copy of this. Does this one have something? I don't think so. I thought I had another kind of letter or something on one of them. In any case, this is another one where he's doing all synthesizer. And there's Burchette. Incredible artwork. Again, Numero Group did reissue this one. Prepare yourself to experience music as you've never before experienced it. This is not music you simply listen to, but rather it's music you experience with all of your feelings. So you have Godhead, Resurrection, Eternal Light, and Internal Light. Psychic Fire, Godward, Divine Revelation, Contemplation, Cosmic Celebration. With sort of meditation notes, as I said, to go along with it. These records all seem to... There's not necessarily one that that differentiates itself from the other ones in a major way, other than the cut of, or the break of him working primarily with synthesizer, with psychic meditation music that we're listening to, and the earlier ones that are mostly him on that impro guitar. So it's really the 2 sections of his music, but they all really flow together nicely, really. It could almost be like a a nice box set. There we have that. I'll show you the original label. Music of the Godhead. Burchette Brothers. And a couple more. Another stunning sleeve. The artless sleeve on these are just amazing. We gotta give this a better sleeve. Here we have transcendental music for meditation. Another one primarily synthesizer based. 1976. A psychic journey of transformation. 2 parts. Again, giving you special instruction about how to receive this music and properly absorb it. The Master. Such a cool sleeve. Obviously psychedelic, and these records are psychedelic records, just of a different spirit, different sort of take on it. We are called to the highest form of realization as the heart of eternity echoes from the walls of time. There within the inner fire we become one with the one, and the 4th transformation is complete. For information on ordering this or other albums, write Burchette Brothers, P.O. Box 1363, Spring Valley, California, 92077. So, still commercial in a way, but appealing to this higher realm of consciousness. I'm just getting lost in the sleeve as I look at them. And these are gettable. They're out there. People tend to ask a lot for them, but I found them for considerably less than some of the going rates, and in the US. And the last one, Mindstorm. Maybe, I don't know, one of the best sleeves. This is no, I guess I don't have anything else. A super pristine copy. Shout out to Mr. Alex, Motorec 247, for procuring this one from Atomic Records, I believe it was, in LA. I had the reissue, so it was nice to add this. The last one. The last record he would release. And I'll tell you about what, or maybe why in a second, but another gorgeous synthesizer-based record. Let's put a little bit of this one on to finish out this feature on Mr. Burchette. So this is the first part of Mindstorm, Master Wilburn Burchette. Deep Dimensions. Second track, or second side, Ceremony Within. And you're hearing the storm. So, for no reason that anyone will say, that he hasn't said, after this album, he decided to abruptly call it quits, destroyed everything, apparently burnt everything, burnt all of his records, instruments, all of his artifacts, everything, and stopped. I think he would become, there's some reading I did online that he was doing writing after that, very much in the same style of thinking. He was purely just doing writing. Maybe he felt, who knows. He apparently, according to Numeral Group, he won't allow them to say why, even if they do know why. And maybe that story will come out at some point. I don't know if that many people care, but he has not made any music since this record, 1977. Burnt everything. Maybe he just finally started feeling like he wanted to live more and breathe more of these kinds of things without worrying about commercial viability. I don't know. But what a lovely record, what a lovely cover. There is one other release, a little 7-inch that came with a kind of a pamphlet. That's the only thing I don't have. That's very rare. I have seen it available for sale, but there was something up with it. Either the book and the spine was destroyed, or the 7-inch was in really bad shape, but so I didn't get it. It's the only time I've ever seen it. But a truly interesting character, and one very indicative of people looking for something else, you know, and looking to experiment and dive deep into themselves, inward, you know. And that's what this music puts me, for sure. And it's psychedelic. So this has been my feature and artist appreciation of Master Wilburn Burchette, or Will, as he was referred to somewhere here. It's cool to read the sleeves and just get all the different lessons and thinking. There we have it, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the Mindstorm. Hope you enjoyed this video of me down here. Until next time, DC, take care.